Hello everyone. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will talk about the uh, the different kinds of types of. So there are different types of linked lists. Apart from this list is header linked list, which shows and manages the header node. Now, what is header node? Like if I store, suppose in my linked list, if I store different numbers, say 12, 42, 35, 67, 95, will it make any sense what kind of information my linked list is holding? No. So I need to provide the user or the viewer some information that what kind of information my list is holding. So the header node is the very first node which contains the information about the kind of data or the purpose of creating this linked list. Like suppose if these numbers which I had narrated to you, these are the roll numbers of the students who have secured more than 60% in my class. So these are the roll numbers. So I can write in my header node students above 60% in the header node. This information can be held. So that will be the header node, and the list which contains a header will be known as a header list. Now this header linked list can be of two types. One is the grounded and the other is the circular list. Now grounded list is a list which will have the last node which points to the null point. Like any list which terminates at some point and the link contains the null, that list will be known as a grounded header linked list. Now what is a circular header list? The circular header linked list is a node where the last node, it does not terminates there. The last node link, it points back to the first node. Therefore, you can move circularly from first to the last, first through last to the first node again. That is known as a circular header linked list. Now, what is two-way linked list? In a two-way linked list, we can see like all the other single linked lists. What we were doing, that we were traversing the list from front to the back, from the first node to the last node through the start using the start. Now there can be some scenarios where I want the last nodes to be addressed or to be visited first. So in that case, what I can do, I should be able to visit or I should be able to traverse my linked list both ways. So two-way linked list provides you with that. See this figure here, A, B, C are the data where the node is divided into two different parts. The first box is the data information part. The second box is the backward link, and the third box is the forward link. So every node now has been divided into three subparts, which is one is the information holding part, the other is the uh, backward link, and the next is the forward link. So as you can see, the node containing A has a backward link, has a forward link to B, but it does not have a backward link. So therefore, what it is happening, it is being set as null. Node B has both forward and the backward, so it is pointing there. Node C has a backward link but does not have a forward link, so this forward link is null. Now to begin access from the node A, I have a start pointer, and if I want to begin the access from C, I have a last pointer. So therefore, this is a two-way list. I can start from the first node, I can start from the last node. Linked list, as I have already told you, that the last node points to the first node. Now here you can see the algorithm. We will firstly initialize this pointer to the link of start. Now we will repeat steps 3 and 4 until the pointer is not equal to start. That means we are not coming back to the first position. We will keep on repeating this process. What process we are repeating? That we are processing the information part of the pointer, that means the current node. Now this process is a procedure which can be reading, writing or manipulating the data. We are not concerned with that. Then once we have processed the information part of the current node, we will again set the pointer to be link of pointer, which will now move to the next node. and then we will end the loop of step 2, which we had already started, and we will exit out of the applications of linked list. The very most important application of linked used to store the polynomial. As you can see that this is a polynomial of degree 4. So 2 is the coefficient and x is 4 is the exponential part. So every node now is again divided into 3 subparts, where first box denotes the coefficient, second box denotes the exponent, and the third box denotes the link to the next node. So now the first term 2x to the power 4 will be stored as 2 as the coefficient, 4 as the exponent. The second term will be stored as 4 and 3. Third will be stored as minus 8 and 2. Here you can see that the coefficient part is always stored with its sign. If it is a positive, we do not need to explicitly mention. If it is a negative, we have to explicitly mention that. Then we have 6 raised to the power 1. So 6 and 1. And here the coefficient part is 1 and the x raised to the power 0. So this. Now this list terms. Now this will be stored as a single linked list. And if you want to write the polynomial, how you will write? You will simply use a start and start traversing this through the single linked list method, and you will simply write the polynomial.